Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Okay, so I just got out of the hospital today. I guess I was released about 1 o'clock. Couple of little things I'll tell you about what happened, because I still need your prayers for this. Just sent out a notice to my Fast Track team asking them to pray. And yes, there may already be a broadcast posted dated today that's a repeat, but here it is, 6:55 p.m., and I'm trying to make a broadcast for what should have already been made this morning. But nevertheless, let me tell you what happened, okay? And then I want to tell you that I believe God has shown me the secret door of prophecy. And I think that the reason he did is because I have 700 and some odd 20 people fasting and praying and asking God to show me the secret door of prophecy. And that's what I want to get to. But I want to tell you what happened. And frankly, I can tell you what happened because I need your prayer for a complete healing. I also want to tell you that we got a big hospital bill, and I'm not asking those that don't want to help, but I also know that God has prospered many people out there, and Prophecy Club has blessed some people. Perhaps God will speak to your heart. Perhaps you'll hear the voice of God, and maybe he'll nudge you to help us. So here's what happened. Okay, 4 months ago, I noticed this little bump on my right forearm, and I didn't pay it much mind for a first week or so. Finally, it came up. I noticed a little yellowhead on the top of it. I thought probably I'd just bump up since next to somebody's racket, playing racquetball. I got a splinter in it or something like that, and finally I decided I was better pop it. I thought it was probably just a splinter in it. So I squeezed, but it didn't pop. I did get the yellow out of it, but then a day or so later it started itching. Well, I put this stuff called Methuselah on it. A lot of people at church have it. And it stopped itching, but it did not get rid of it. As a matter of fact, it slowly continued to get larger. A couple of months later, it's up to the size about a nickel. Wyatt Leslie says, you need to go to the doctor, set an appointment for me. So I went down and showed him. I don't know what it is, but we'll put some of the salve on there, and this will probably fix it up. If it doesn't, we got to set you an appointment for a dermatologist. So I went home that night, put salve on it, this stuff, and covered it up with a little Band-Aid. Band-Aid wouldn't stay on because it was kind of greasy, so I wrapped it around with a little piece of tape. Next morning, I woke up, and my nickel-sized whatever it is has now exploded to the size of a large man's hand, covering over half of my arm between my wrist and my elbow. So then I started putting all kinds of whatever gadget and lotion, potions, pills, everything I could throw at it. And it was itching so bad. I want to get a wire brush after my arm and scratch it off. Well, this went on for about 2 weeks. I gave it my best try. Saturday night, I told Leslie, I said, there's no way I can go to church like this because my whole arm from my wrist to my elbow is nothing but these little blisters. It feels and looks kind of like a football, except for the blisters are much bigger and they're oozing out this kind of grody to say, but this kind of a clear yellow liquid. And I didn't know what was going on, but I said, I can't go to church like this. So she took over the church that morning. But by the time she got out, I called her and I said, I'm heading to the emergency room. Well, the emergency room doctor took one look at it and he said, I don't know what it is that you got either, but one thing I do know that you have a major infection, my friend. And he says, I'm admitting you to the hospital, and we're going to pump you full of antibiotics. That's the first thing we've got to do is get rid of that infection. And I thought, oh, no, I don't have health insurance. But I have God insurance. And I believe that's better. So anyway, they start, they give you the IV, you got to lay there and they give you, pumping me all kinds full of this and that. And because frankly, the guy's scared. He said, this has gone up your arm. This is halfway between your elbow and your shoulder. He said, you see these little marks right here, these red marks? He said, that's going up to your armpit. That's getting to where you're getting blood poisoning. He said, that's real serious. We have to catch this. We have to be mean and mad to it really fast, or you're in trouble. I said, yeah, I'm yours. I'm thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do this financially, but it's in the Lord's hand. So I just spent 2 days in the hospital, and they're pumping me full of antibiotics in the vein, and then it started with steroids and creams and potions and lotions and pills and everything they could. Okay, so what is it? Well, they did a biopsy. We know it's not cancer. It's not virus. It's not bacteria. It's not a spider bite. What is it? They said you have brushed up against something. We don't know exactly what it was, but your body found something that it is allergic to. Not a little, but a lot allergic to. And all of this is basically an allergic reaction which didn't get caught or handled in time. And now you got a big infection. It's a real big problem. Okay, and I got pictures. I just emailed a bunch of pictures out. It's kind of grody. But the point is, we left today with a $5,100 some odd dollar bill at the hospital. So if God has prospered you and you're able to help another brother in need, that is, still pray. Because like the doctor and I both agreed, I said, I think we have hit the top of the hill. We're turning downward down. I think it's getting better on the downside of this thing. I said, I don't think it's hit the bottom. He said, I don't either. So I'm still taking steroids and antibiotics and prednisone and pills and lotions and this and that. And a matter of fact, I've been having it on ice all day long. So at a guy 64 years old, it's about time something like this happened to me. I've been healthy as a horse all my life. So anyway, if you could help us with that $5,100 bill at the hospital, that would be very, very good. And the Bible says when you help someone that cannot repay you, then God is obligated to repay you. And let me just tell you, he doesn't repay one for one. He will bless you powerfully. If you believe in the voice of God, pray and ask God to speak to your heart. If he would have you give. If you don't want to give, then don't give. If you'd like to give, you'd like to be blessed, if you believe what God is doing in this ministry, then see if he'll bless you. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. Okay. So I'm going to make this DVD. March 17th. And I started to make the title, The Secret Door of Prophecy, but I couldn't get the secret door. So let me back up and tell you what's going on there. So it's November 23rd, 2007. Leslie had this dream. Again, she's a prophet. She doesn't have pizza dreams. I mean, when she has a dream, it's of God. She says, Stan was speaking to a small group of people about Bible prophecy. They were listening intently, very supportive in agreement with Stan's teaching. A man at the back of the room seemed to be Jewish and began to speak. He was very kind to Stan and complimented him on his understanding of Bible prophecy. After all the accolades of kind and encouraging words, he said, now listen carefully, if you will study the feasts, you'll have understanding of the secret door of Bible prophecy. Then the Lord told Prophet Leslie that he will show Stan the secret door to understanding all Bible prophecies. Well, I've been praying off and on to get that secret door of Bible prophecies. He even thought maybe I'd found it, made a DVD called Secret Door to Understanding All Prophecies, but I didn't find the door. So then I'm about to make this other DVD. I wanted to find the secret door. I wanted to be able to call the DVD The Secret Door of Prophecy. But as I started putting it into the PowerPoint, the Lord nudged my heart, said, no, don't call it Secret Door of Prophecy. You have not found the Secret Door of Prophecy yet. I thought, okay, back up. We don't want to get ahead of the Lord. We don't want to make a mistake. So I changed the name. And it's instead 17 Secrets in the Feasts and the Trumpets. Excellent. It may be my best DVD yet. 17 Secrets in the Feasts and the Trumpets. But this past Tuesday, I got all my fast track team, 720 some odd people, fasting and praying. One of the primary things I'd ask them to pray for is that God would show me the secret door of prophecy. So here's exactly how it happened, okay? So Friday night, after Bible study, I'm driving home, call one of my good friends. We're talking on the phones. I'm driving home Friday night late. And I'm telling him about this, and all of a sudden, it just pops out of my mouth. And I began saying this stuff. It was like just a revelation was just coming right out of me, right into his ear. And at the same time, I thought, that's the first time it ever come out of my mouth. And I was still reluctant to think that might be the secret door of Bible prophecy, the secret door of prophecy. So then, I can't believe I had to tell you that. I'm too open. My wife says I'm too open. I can't believe you just say that. I am what I am. I don't play games. I don't wear any masks. When I'm hurting, I tell you. When I'm happy, I tell you. I'm happy right now. So here's exactly how it happened. Okay, so let me get the date here. This was okay. So this is Monday. So that would have been Sunday evening. So I'm in the hospital, laying in bed, 9:30 at night. A new nurse comes in, shift change, whatever time it was. This lady walks in. She says, "So you're a pastor?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She's from India. And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She says, "I'm a Christian also. I go to a Pentecostal church." I said, "Oh, great, wonderful." So she began asking, was interested in what I do. And I said, "Well, I'm actually kind of a part-time pastor, a full-time guy. In Bible prophecy, I memorized the book of Revelation." Her eyes got real big. She says, "You memorized the whole book?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "As a matter of fact, I'm praying that God would show me the secret door of prophecy." And I started telling her. All of a sudden, it was coming out of my mouth. It was coming out of my mouth right here to this total stranger in a hospital room. It's coming out of my mouth what the secret door is. I mean, and like I saw it, like clear. I saw it in the spirit. This is how it works. Now, it is so complicated. I know why God didn't give me that before the DVD, because I'd have tried to put it in the DVD, but it is so complicated. I don't even think I can put this into a DVD. I don't care if I stood up and talked for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think that it is, I have tried to explain this to some of my very best friends. I tried to explain it to this lady, and they start glazing over. It's too deep. But it's the deep and secret things within the Lord. Oh, man, it's the deepest. It's the deep things. It's the deep things of God. And I didn't plan to do this. Okay, so let's get to it. So I've been praying, "Lord, show me the secret door of prophecy. Show me the secret door of prophecy. Show me the secret door of prophecy." Now, I'm going to try to explain about the secret door, but I can't explain the secret door. Everybody's eyes just gloss over. It just goes right over the head. It's the only way that people are going to get this one is in a book. Because you gotta look at it in writing, and there are going to be times where you read a sentence several times. You gotta look at the verse that I'm going to put there. To get this one, a DVD, and certainly not an audio, would ever get it across. So what I'm going to try to give you an idea of what I got in just a minute or so. It just came out. I talked to my friend the night before, Friday night, but now it's Sunday night, total stranger, a nurse. And here it comes. Okay, so you have to understand I don't follow other ministries, so I don't know if others have been shown this or some of the other revelations that I've been putting in the last 3 DVDs, but I haven't heard that anyone else has been given this. And if they have, it's probably a pretty short list. Here's the best way I can explain the secret door of prophecy. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I am, the God that gave Moses the 10 Commandments, the God that had a grand plan in giving the 10 Commandments, the same God also gave the same feasts. And within those feasts, now I'm just going to call them 7 feasts, we're going to keep this simple. Within those feasts, what I was shown is that God placed a secret door and a prophecy. But the secret door is only half of the door, and the prophecy is only half of the prophecy. Now, the primary objective, what God wanted to do, I'm talking about the I am, spoke to Moses, which spoke to the 12 tribes, and gave them the 7 feasts, and those 7 feasts have been carried down through the generations. Why? Not for Moses' day, not for 1,000 or 2,000 years ago, but for our day. There is a secret prophecy within those 7 feasts that he showed me. But it is only 1/2 of the map. Now, let's liken it to a treasure map. If you have 1/2 of the treasure map, are you going to find the map? Are you going to find the treasure? No. You got to have a whole map, right? Okay, in this case, the Jews have been given half of the map, or half of the prophecy. I might add they've been given the best part. And then the Gentiles have been given the other half. You see, the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same I am, also gave to Jesus the revelation. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of God, the testimony of Jesus, and of all things which he saw. So the Father gave the revelation to Jesus, which gave the revelation to John the Revelator, a Jew, out on the Isle of Patmos in 96 AD. Then he told him, you're going to write this down. You're going to send this to the 7 churches, not to the 12 tribes, to the churches. And in that prophecy is the other half of the prophecy. There's half of a door that the Jews have, and half of the doors that the Gentiles have. Half of the prophecy the Jews have, half of the prophecy the Christians, the church has. But the problem is, they don't see it until they get them together. Then there's one more problem. There's a key. If they don't have the key, then neither one of them, though they put the two pieces together, though they try to stick them together themselves, it's not by wisdom, not by man's wisdom, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. This is his revelation for his last days, so that he can show Jesus to the Jews. Stay with me here. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob spoke to Moses, gave him the 7 feasts. They carried those 7 feasts for some 3,000 whatever years down to the last days. Then, 2,000 years ago, the God of I Am spoke to Jesus, which spoke to John the Revelator on the island of Patmos and gave him the book of Revelation. They both have prophecies, but they're only half a prophecy. They both have doors, but they're only half a door. You cannot understand one until you see the other one. Point is, God put a special prophecy in those feasts that he would only allow his 12 tribes to see in the last days. And the reason is, he wanted them to discover that their half of the prophecy is actually the most important part, which I'll cover in a second, but he wanted them to discover that revelation is from the same God. In other words, the God that spoke to Moses is the one God spoke to Jesus. Same one that spoke to Jesus sent his angel to speak unto John the Revelator. They have the same God, the same messages, and the point is to bring them together in the last days. The Jews to find out that Revelation is true. And once they find out Revelation is true, then they have to arrive at the conclusion, wait a minute, if the book of Revelation is really true, that means the whole New Testament is true. And if the whole New Testament is true, then that means that Jesus really is Christ. He really is the Messiah, you see. God put a secret prophecy in the 7 feasts for his people, his 12 tribes, to bring through brothers and sisters to this last day. He's going to show them Jesus. Then, 2,000 years ago, 96 AD, the Father God spoke to Jesus, sent his angel to John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos and showed him a prophecy. But it's only half a prophecy. And a door, it's only half a door. And this is to show the Christians, the church, that they need the prophecies, that they need the feasts. But the feasts won't get your name written in the book of life. The feasts were for the Jews to show them Revelation, the New Testament, and that Jesus is the Messiah. But they don't know that yet. And for the church, Revelation, this prophecy within Revelation, the secret prophecy, the secret door, is to show the church that they do need the feast. Now, why does the church need the feast? Here's the thing. As I said, the Jews were given the best half of the prophecy. They were given the specifics. But they can't understand the specifics without the general part of the prophecy. The general part of the prophecy is found in Revelation. I didn't say the whole book. I said it's found in Revelation. But if you don't know where to look, if you don't have the key, then you're lost. The Jews are supposed to find Jesus through the 7 feasts, through Revelation, through the New Testament. And the Christians are supposed to show them the overview, because Revelation has the overview, whereas the feasts have the specifics. I'm talking about specific days, specific times, specific counts. And when I write this book and when this book goes out, this is going to change the church and Jews across the world. If what I got was of God, if what I got was as powerful as I think it is, this may be one of the biggest books in Christian history. This is going to win thousands upon thousands to Jesus. This is going to take the Jews, the Jews that would never accept Jesus. They would never, and it's going to show them that Revelation is true. Then they have to conclude the New Testament is true. If the New Testament is true, then Jesus really is the Lord of Kings, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Then to the church, it shows the church. Well, you mean those feasts are important? We don't have to keep them, I understand. But within the feasts are the specifics that the church has been missing. And that's the reason this church is so messed up. They don't want to have anything to do with prophecy. They don't want to have nothing to do with that Revelation, that Daniel stuff. And so, because it's all confused to them, it's all gibberish. It's somebody took a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle and threw it in the air, as far as they're concerned. But what the Jews have quickly, easily, succinctly organizes that mess that are in the minds of the Christians that they call prophecy, specifically Revelation. It organizes it. Yet the Jews are helpless with their half of the prophecy, just as helpless as the church is with their half of the prophecy. So the church has got a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle thrown up in the air by the name of Revelation and a few other prophecies, but can't put it together. Whereas the Jews have all of these specifics. How does this fit together? How does it fit together? But they refuse to see Revelation, you see. And until they see Revelation, they're not going to have their answer. Until the church sees the feasts, the prophecy in the feasts, they won't understand Revelation. They won't understand the end days. They won't understand what's coming. And that's the reason God has given this to the world. Now, here's what's going to happen. He's also given me the secret key, the key to the door. You don't have that, you can study all till your eyes turn blue. they cross. They roll out on your eyeballs. You're not going to understand it. But I'll show them in this book the key. And the tears will roll out of some of the most hardened of all Jews, some of the most rebellious pastors that were adamant that they had the right thing. They had this all figured out. And it is going to crush them under the power of the Holy Ghost. It is going to crush them. It is going to crush them in a good way to turn to Jesus, my brothers and sisters, like we've never seen in America. The name of the book is going to be The Secret Door of Prophecy. Please pray. Pray that God will show me more revelations. These are the days of Elijah. These are the days of Ezekiel. These are the days of miracles. The Song of Moses is playing. And I do believe it was the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that spoke to me that night and said, I will show you the end from the beginning so you can warn my people. Just like in the prophecy through the dream through Leslie, I will show you the secret door of prophecy. Sunday night, he showed me the secret door of prophecy. I actually talked through it Friday night to a friend. But to a nurse, it just met her in the hospital. And there it was. It just popped out. I saw it. Brothers and sisters. I saw it. I have the secret door. I have the keys. I have the prophecy. I have both halves, the Jewish half and the Gentile half, to the prophecy and to the door and the keys to put them together. And it's going to go into this book. I desire your prayers. Also, frankly, Prophecy Club is in a financial jam right now. So if you could help us, and then we got this other thing with the Watchman's Trumpet. We need to send them another $5,000. Here it is at the first of the month coming again. Plus now we got hospital bill. So, but I look at it like this. See, we're all under a test. There's a test for me. Stan, you're going to believe me? Or are you going to try to do it? You can try to get in and get your insurance. I thought you served me. I thought we made a deal. that I'd take care of you and you'd serve me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We made a deal. And I know you'll keep your end of the bargain. See, but you made a deal too. You made a deal with God that He would take care of your soul, take care of your family. He would take care of your finances. And you're in a test. You hear a brother that's in need. You're in a test. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your gifts of support. God bless. Dr. Bree Keaton just made a brand new DVD, and I love it. It's called Is Trump or Patrick Henry? Now, it's not a political talk. Bree's mother was a descendant of the patriot Patrick Henry. She reveals shocking, never-released private family records, bloodlines, and gives you the true story of how God used Patrick Henry to save America. Dr. Bree holds 2 doctorates, prayer walked 50 countries spanning 6 continents, but what she does in this talk is lift your spirits, encourages you. To me, I think she helped me to see more clearly where we are and where we're going, because most of history has already repeated itself. And those that don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. I promise you will like this DVD. Is Trump by Patrick Henry? Gift of $30, prophecyclub.com. Matter of fact, I think they got a gift offer going on it now. Is Trump by Patrick Henry? prophecyclub.com. The Watchman's Trumpet will allow you to gift free coupons to friends to watch Prophecy Club DVDs online. They get saved, and it counts toward your book of works because it was done in cooperation with the Prophecy Club. When you donate for Watchman's Trumpet, end your gift in a 7, and we'll give you 20% extra viewing credits for helping create the program. The cost to write the program ranges from $70,000 to $150,000 from 2 to 6 months to write. Once Watchman's Trumpet is online, you can set up your account for $1 and get 4 credits, or you may choose a larger block of credits. You can immediately begin to watch any Prophecy Club DVD or send out free gift coupons to others. Send your best gift to prophecyclub.com now to help us write the program. Make the last digit of your donation a 7, and we'll give you 20% extra viewing credits in the new Watchman's Trumpet program when it comes online at prophecyclub.com. prophecyclub.com, Watchman's Trumpet. The final answer to the rapture question. Definitive proof that America is in Revelation. 7 signs to spot the Antichrist early. The surprising final plague on earth. And kings and priests. What's the third woe? Who are the nations? Are all the saints kings and priests, or some kings, some priests? Both DVDs gift of $40 at prophecyclub.com. Over 150 conferences and 50 debates defending the King James Version gives Adam Johnson the right to tell us what is the best Bible version in his new triple DVD set called King James or 400 Counterfeits, available at prophecyclub.com. Gift of $45, prophecyclub.com. So, we get our taxes cut, and maybe Trump even fixes our health care. Well, you don't have to be a Bible prophecy expert to know we're still headed for troublous times, and gold and silver is still one of the best ways to preserve your assets for the coming trouble. The question is, what's best for my situation? Gold or silver? Bars or coins? Spot collectible or junk coins? Call my friends at Redwood Gold Group and ask for a free gold kit to get updated, because not all gold is equal. And ask for a free IRA kit, which will help you to make your decision to place gold in your IRA or not. And with a minimum order, you can get a free safe, which allows you to store your gold at home and still keep it in your IRA. Call 800-696-6414. 800-696-6414. It helps Prophecy Club. That's 800-696-6414, and mention Prophecy Club when you call. RedwoodGold.com. RedwoodGold.com.